Hello and welcome back everyone to another keto food review, where today we're going to be doing something that is, we're going to do something I've been looking forward to for a long time. And I've been trying to hunt these things down and I finally got my hands on them. So we're going to dive ourselves into what I consider a miracle cookie. The zero carb Benton's chocolate chip cookies. You heard me right. A chocolate chip cookie with zero carbs. I don't know how it's possible to be zero net carbs per serving. But they also apparently make a snickerdoodle that's only one net carb per serving. Now, I'm going to try both of these things, but just so you know how invested I am into trying to find these things, when I finally found them, I bought a lot of them. I have high hopes for these things being good, and if they're not good, oh no. Where can you find these miracle cookies though? You can find them at Aldi. Aldi is the exclusive carrier of Benton's products from my knowledge. And with an almond flour base, I have high hopes for this. And it also has coconut oil in it, which is also very good for keto. Let's go through nutrition facts really quick. We're going to be looking at about 7 cookies being a serving for 140 calories, 13 grams of fat, 9 total carbohydrates, but we have 3 dietary fiber, 6 alcohol sugars, and it says that there is 1 gram of sugar, but it looks like it should have like a less than underneath it, because if you do the math, that equals 10 carbs, so we're fine. But also 3 grams of protein. So essentially, if you eat this whole bag, you're basically getting a carb, which is something I'm going to try and avoid doing. But first, the smell test. It smells like if you dipped a chocolate chip cookie in paint. There's just a little bit of a sciencey smell going on, but that's fine. Overall texture seems fine. Looks like a cookie. Looks like a pretty good cookie to me. And here we go for the test. I have been waiting so long to try these. Please be good. First impression of the bite. It bites as if it's stale. It's not crunchy at all, but you can tell it's supposed to be, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put 3 in my mouth now, so that way I can get the full flavor.
That's what she said.
So after doing a big bite like that, this is just plain and simply put, a beautiful cookie. This is beautiful. And I'm trying to not be biased off of the net carb count, but I'm trying to think back to the fat snacks as well as the high key. Now, the high key cookies, they were absolutely beautiful, and I think are just one step maybe above this, just because it hit a lot more sweeter. But this one hits a lot harder with the butter, and the almond flour works. There's sometimes where an almond flour can be too almondy and it can distract from the flavor. This one has an absolutely great balance of flavor across the board. The one complaint I have is that the chocolate is weak, but if you're going for 0 net carbs per serving, you gotta cut down on the chocolate, I feel. I do want to go for my last 3 for my serving though, so let's see. This is a powerful weapon. If you have just a craving for something sweet, like us on keto usually do, we do have those cravings. This is a great curb. It's really good. After a couple bites, it kind of gets like really cool in your mouth, and it's like you are chewing into a butter, but it's almost like a butter cookie is what you're tasting. And it's plain and simply put, it's just good. It's just good. Benton's cookies. It's just good. The price on these were about $3 each, and I completely find that to be justified. If you're getting 3 servings it's $1 per serving. $1 for 7 of those cookies. $1 to curb my sweet cravings. I think is absolutely perfectly fine. Especially with all the work that has to go into these, because these are a little bit more expensive ingredients. That's the keto lifestyle. It's more expensive, but the results are worth it. But then I didn't know that snickerdoodle existed, so let's dive into that one next. First impression, the smell. Oh, you are beautiful. Oh, I'm excited now. Oh, my mouth is watering, because it's just like a ginger snap or some graham cracker cookies, and I just haven't had one in a year and a half. Oh, this is gonna be a beautiful moment, I hope. I hope this is gonna be beautiful. Let's go with 1 for the beginning. It's just so soft. It's just so soft. I think I'm coming around to this new sensation in the mouth of it not being stale, but it more so just being a new texture. Yeah, I gotta go in for the 3. I gotta get the full flavor. It's so mild. The cinnamon off of it is just so mild, and it's just beautiful. It's just a very, very simple, sweet cookie. I think the Snickerdoodle one, even people who aren't on keto could appreciate that cookie beautifully. I think with us keto people, this one, most people would be like, that's not a chocolate chip cookie. I've had better. I've had Chips Ahoy. Where this one, I feel anybody could get behind this one. And sure, it is a full net carb per serving, which is 7 cookies yet again, but it is absolutely just beautiful. The only thing I will say is that there's a little bit of a burn at the back of my nose right now from all the cinnamon, but it is just, that's just beautiful. Let me do my last 3. Yeah, that's just beautiful. It's just a soft, like imagine a Teddy Graham. Make it super duper soft and enhance the cinnamon, take down the sugar and the glaze that they kind of have on it. And that's what you got. And it's just beautiful. That is just a beautiful cookie. And I only got 2. I only got 2 of the Snickerdoodle because I was like, maybe it won't be that good. And I got the freaking crap ton of chocolate. But you want to know something? That means I got to go back and get more. I mean, I'm absolutely blown away. I thought it was going to taste worse than it does. And I was thinking that I'm going to have to sacrifice some of the taste to have the less carbs. But that's not the case in this point. This is an absolutely 0 carb and then 1 net carb cookie. And 7 is absolutely perfectly fine. I think, honestly, I would probably have 2 servings and do 14 and go through almost an entire bag, which is still not horrible. It's not as great, but it's just great for curbs. It's just like curbing the freaking cravings. Being able to put those aside and be satisfied, or just having like a little bowl of this at the tail end of a meal, or just like maybe even 3 of them, just a little after dinner meal. I like how their phrase even on it is oh so good. They're just really, really good. And I think I might even be a bigger fan of the Snickerdoodle over the chocolate chip. It's just amazing. Final score, 9.5 out of 10. Nothing's perfect in this world, but I'm gonna go with a 9.5 out of 10. Just because of the price alone, $3 a bag, $1 per serving, that's great. That's very affordable for a keto item in general. Number 2, the ingredients are pretty much understandable for the most part. I don't know what hydrolyzed collagen is, but you want to know something? I can let that one slide when I can read and understand pretty much everything else on the lists. When you have just 0 carbs to 1 carb, depending on which cookie you grab, and you could eat a whole bag and not feel guilty, we all have those bad days. And if we had one of these days where we just need to pick up one of these things, just down it because we're having a really bad day, you can still walk away not feeling totally guilty. It's absolutely, it's a miracle product. And you also have the Aldi twice as nice guarantee, aka if you don't like it, they will go ahead and replace it or they will refund you. And it's worth a shot if you can find them. I think that's the number 1 problem, is it's just going to be hard to find. And I was able to grab 10, and I feel very, very fortunate that I did it. I have no regrets on paying $30 for these cookies because they're going to last me a good while. They don't expire until early next year even. But they are just an absolutely beautiful cookie, and I think is going to be my new number 1. Above fat snacks and high key for ease and price, this is my new cookie. Hands down. But being 0 net carbs, you can't beat that. You just can't. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to have a couple more. I just want to revisit the chocolate chip now that I've done the Snickerdoodle. I would say on a day-to-day basis, I would probably go with these because these can go with pretty much any dish. But I think I prefer the Snickerdoodle. I actually do. Now that I've gone back to chocolate chip, I definitely think I prefer the Snickerdoodle. But I know Snickerdoodle's not for everybody. The chocolate chip definitely is. Definitely go out to your local Aldi if you got one near you. Try it for yourself because this is an amazing freaking cookie. It's a miracle cookie is what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it the 0 Carb Miracle Cookie. That is the new title of this video. But that is going to do it for this episode, everybody. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's nice to be back because now that I'm below 270, I can now officially kind of feel normal with doing keto food reviews again and like putting a couple extra calories and carbs into my day. because I really wanted to get back to below that point. But now that we're there, I want to bring back these keto food reviews and try a couple different things that I've been holding off on for quite some time, and it's nice to open up with something this solid. That's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys back here in the next episode. Good night.